students, welcome to chapter 2 of economics, people as resource. Student, in this chapter we'll discuss how people becomes as a human resource. Student, you as you can see the slide, before discussing about the people as a resource, we love to discuss first what do you understand by the economic activity. Students, economic activity means all those activities that give income to the people are called economic activities. Right? So, student, this economic activity later on you will see we will have the division. We will have types of economic activity. In the later slides, you will see that about the primary, secondary, and tertiary. Now, student, as the chapter name is people as a resource, here we will understand that people, right? How people become human resource. Student, as we all understand that as a pupil, we all have our own skill and our own abilities, right? And when we add education, when we add the medical facilities, right, and when we get the training, then the people becomes people resource. The people become people resource. So as you can see in the slides written that people as resource, that is way of referring to a country's working people in terms of existing productive skills and abilities. The student, as we all know, every country had their own population. So now the question comes whether the population is an asset to the country or it's a liability. Today, basically, we can say population is asset for the economy rather than saying to be a liability. Why? The question being asked, why? How population becomes an asset? Student, let me tell you that when we, the people, get educated, get the health facility, right, and we get the training, so we ourselves become one of the human resource of the country, right. So this is the one of the aspect of population, the how population becomes an asset by getting the, when we invest in the people, that's called education. When you give the health care, when you give the training, the people becomes an asset, that's called human capital formation. So this is, student, all about the population, whether it is an asset or liability. So student, one more thing, as we understand, we say human capital. Human capital is, if we say it's superior to all other resources. We know, student, we have the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, right? Student, all these resources are used by the human. That's called human capital. Thus, we say human capital is superior to all other resources. Student, already I have explained in this slide, I have explained that people, right, the people, that's called population. We have the negative aspect of the population also. See, what is the negative aspect when we talk about the population? That so much of population, so how to feed the people, how we should make food available to the people, and people should have the housing facility. People should get the, population should get the education, population should get the employment after the education, and the population should also get the medical facilities. So student, this is the negative aspect of the population. But already I have discussed you that population of any country can be also termed as human capital formation. When you invest, when you educate the population, when you give the healthcare facility, and when you give the training, then this human being becomes a human resource, that's called asset of the country, or we can say human capital formation. In the other way, human capital formation is also known as working people. So this is all about student people as a resource. That's called population with an asset or liability. The student, as I was talking to you, that economic activity can be divided into three uh, sectors. That's called primary, secondary, and tertiary. When you talk of student, the primary, though it includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, mining, quarrying, and when you talk of the secondary, we talk of the company that's called manufacturing sector, and when you talk of the tertiary, we talk of trade, communication, banking, education, transport, health, tourism, and other services. Student, when these activities get improved, when we add on in the economy, when we add something to the primary sector, secondary sector, and service sector, these all activities overall add the value to the national income of the country. So this all about your this economic types of economic activity. Also, you can see I have given you some more examples. You can see the primary activity. You can see it's written here the primary activity agriculture. For the same thing is written here again. Then student, you can see the secondary activity, the picture of the what we call the factories, right? And tertiary sector. You can see the picture. That's mechanics, teacher, doctor, all professional. Like you can say it's a trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, service, and insurance. Students, this all about your first part of your chapter. We will meet very soon in the second part of your chapter. Okay, student, take care and thank you.